It's really deep in there. Welcome in, Infamous, who I'm going to mispronounce 17 different times because you told me how to pronounce it correctly. So welcome in.
It's okay.
Remind me of your pronouns.
I go by she, her, and we.
She, her, we. Right. Yeah, we had a very spirited discussion how you don't have DID, but hey, guess what? Guess what, people? We already made the connection last time with the BPD to DID to it's all PTSD wrapped up in different kinds of bubbles pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a whole insight as well about Garnet and Steven Universe. Shit.
Which actually inspired me to buy a Garnet t-shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I could literally like go turn off cam and like go like put it on right now. I couldn't find it because I was rushing, but we went to the Cartoon Network hotel, and I bought one because of our conversation.
No way.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, excuse me. Hold on. Play the pretty hoe music. Why the wonderful people.
I don't know what the pretty hoe music is.
You know, just
da 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 da. The Discord DMs are leaked. Da 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 da. Oh, shut up! It only took me 2 years to make that raid video. Shush. Hi, Violet. Welcome in. Hi, Waba. Sorry, I didn't have Mix It Up bot up, so now I have it up. This is totally not going in the YouTube video. It is going in the YouTube video. Hi, YouTube. How's it going? How are you today, YouTube? Do you want to talk with me, YouTube? You want to have a little fucking one-to-one, YouTube? How's it going? My name is Waba. How the fuck are you? Welcome in all of Monday Talk. Yeah, you're watching this. This is pre-recorded, bitch. And guess what? You weren't here for it. You fool. You absolute fool. You did not follow WabaStreams on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, you don't even follow me on YouTube. Fucking subscribe to me on YouTube. You see this cat? You could see this cat terrorize me live. Live, people. You don't even understand the amount of power that you have. Good lord, you're digging your claws into me. Oh my god. Anyway, everyone go fucking subscribble to YouTube. Give me some hollow subscriptions. So it'll boost me in the algorithm, maybe. Boop. I love you. This one is Sky. Yeah, the cuddly baby. Look at this. Look at this live chat. We're all literally just chatting right now. Can you believe that? You could be here. You could be live chatting with us too. I could even send you business cards if you want that are getting green screened out. It's great. Anyway. Boop. Hi. Oh, hi. Wow. Oh my god, a completely planned transition.
Haha.
Wow, and through the power of YouTube editing, you've transformed. I love that.
Did.
You remember her? Yes, you should remember her. She was on with us maybe like a month ago, actually. Just about. Which exactly. Hello there, savvy little minx. I love that name. Love those transitions. Exactly. Precisely. Just believe it, people. Yeah, YouTube, you could be hanging here, getting ignored by Waba live. It's true. It's true. Every chat after that one, I'm ignoring all of you. You have to donate copious amounts of money to me for me to pay attention to you. And I'm gonna bait you to do that, of course, because that's the only way you get to make a living on Twitch. What's that? Commentary? Not allowed. Not allowed. Anyway, welcome. Sarcastic comedy. What? Anyway, welcome in. How's it going? How you doing? How you doing? Remind me what... Yeah, remind me what to call yous.
Oh, just call me Imphy.
Imphy.
Yeah.
Hi, Imphy.
Hi, Waba.
How you doing? How's your day? How's the kids? How's the wife?
I need a wife.
Yeah, don't we all?
The kid is okay. The kid is actually in the room playing Splatoon.
Yeah. So they just turned 13. Happy birthday, by the way, to them.
Oh no, it's this Sunday. We're just getting ready.
Oh, it's this Sunday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just getting ready. Yeah. I hate it.
You hate it? Why? Oh, because your baby's growing up.
Because my baby's growing up and she's expensive.
That's true. Number 1, YouTuber, number 10, top 10 reasons why you shouldn't have children. Number 7 will shock you. Number 1, they're expensive.
They're expensive. No matter what they are into, having another being to provide for and budget for it is definitely a thing.
Really? But, I've never had this experience in my life. I have no relating experience at all.
I'm looking at the so adorable, yes. Fur babies, plant babies, they count too. Yep, because I got a fur baby laying in the middle of the floor.
I have 3 of these fuckers, and they're expensive as shit sometimes. Hi, motherfucker. You're stinky and fat, but you cuddle me and provide me emotional support sometimes. I'm watching you. Anyway, what do you want to talk about today?
Look, I almost want to talk about what you sat there and said earlier.
What? Okay, happened. Yeah, we can talk about it.
What?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want to know? I got you.
So
which part? Because there's a lot of parts.
So I was at work. I do remember seeing the thing about the boost change, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. Okay, one, I didn't know it went into effect. I thought they were just like saying it was about to go into effect. So that's number 1. And number 2, apparently it went in effect, and somebody was doing what?
Oh, okay. So the first time they did the boost train. So it's off the hype train. So basically, if you complete X number of levels of hype train up to level 5, you get X number of impressions from the front page. They put your stream on the front page. So what happened is that fucking lurker ass troll accounts that already had affiliate status got people to give them a hype train, and they hype trained themselves onto the front page, and then just fucking stream porn on the front page. Because that was the whole point of creating that account. Yeah, it was completely fucking ridiculous. But like, Twitch obviously saw that, banned the streams, and then they're like, maybe we should pull the plug on this, and maybe we should put some safety precautions in mind. I don't know, just fucking putting that out there.
Safety. Who needs those things? No, no one needs safety. We don't need laws, rules, regulations, or nothing. Let me just do 100 on the highway.
That was the first time they put the boost train up. But now they put it up a second time, and in the body of the email, if you look on Twitter, if you don't already follow, okay, this is my shout out, and I'm gonna send this clip to Zach, so I get into his little promo. Because he has a little video of people talking about him, so I'm going to clip this for him.
Oh, cool. All right. Bet.
Here we go. So if you don't follow Zach Bussey, it is Bussey, fuck you. You should all follow Zach Bussey on twitter.com and fucking subscribe to his tweets, because holy shit, this dude knows shit. He's got some insider knowledge. He's got some people on the inside or something. He gets sent all the good emails, all the good things. He knows what the fuck is up about Twitch. He will always keep you informed. Very, very, very astute streamer, and just a lovely all-around fun guy to talk to and get to know, and talk about these ridiculous Twitch changes in the same meantime. So that being said, I'll press that button. But yeah, literally in the body of the email, they're like, hey, so boost train, blah, 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 blah. So if Boost Train sounds familiar, you're right. We briefly tested this feature in March. Since that test, Boost Train has been improved to include more robust safety features. Why aren't those features included beforehand? By participating in this test, you'll be playing an important role in helping us understand how we can continue to improve streamer discoverability and growth. So thank you for that. So, yeah. Hi, Sophie. Welcome in. Oh, I think my cat's hungry. Welcome back, Maki.
You know what's crazy is I've literally I literally was actually having a conversation today with someone about like certain things that go on with Twitch.
You mean everything?
Well, yeah, of course, because everything revolves around everything, and it's crazy because we never see the positive stuff. Like we don't, like, it is literally like shoved down our throats of all this negative stuff. Like when I got up this morning, the first thing I seen is, oh, the number one people are protesting gambling. I didn't even know gambling was going on Twitch.
Actually, can I explain that one too?
Oh, please, by all means. By the way, we did find that out by Zach. Once again, thank you, Zach, for keeping us informed.
Yeah, so, oh my god. I'm not so well worried with Twitter, so I'm happy to say this, more than happy to say this live and to be later be put on YouTube. It is such a fucking stupid take of them being like, oh my god, this one streamer scammed thousands of their viewers by taking advantage of this parasocial relationship that he shared with them and asking people for money and scammed them out of $300,000. We should get rid of gambling on Twitch. What? How do we make that leap? Where was all this energy and all of a sudden, like, Miskiff and everyone else is being like, oh yeah, we'll totally fucking protest Twitch, hit them where it hurts, go offline for a whole week so they get no ad revenue. Like, where was that energy when Twitch fucking matters? Like, Twitch Black Lives Matter. Hello? Like, what? Like, Twitch do better? Like, no, they didn't have the energy for that shit. They didn't give a fuck about hate rates because they weren't receiving the hate rates. Or if they were, they didn't give a fuck about them because they could ignore chat. But, like, fuck's sake, like, where's that fucking energy then? Like, this is not the take of like, oh, we should get rid of gambling because of this one dude who was taking... How about we have a conversation about parasocial relationships? How about we have a conversation about how this dude literally fucking convinced thousands of people to give him up to $300,000 so he can continue gambling? Yes, he also has a gambling problem. No, getting rid of gambling on Twitch isn't going to fix this problem. People with a lot of viewer count are still going to try and still have that potential to abuse viewers with that parasocial relationship, with that difference, the difference of power. Like, holy fuck.
But not to shade the shade, right?
That too, Maki. Yeah, absolutely. Every top streamer literally said that Twitch was not going to care, that Twitch Do Better was going to do shit. Wasn't going to do shit.
Right. And it did more than they even had imagined, and could have did more if those type of people would have stepped off of their high horses. But the funny thing is realistically, is like, y'all, okay, so y'all want to step off of your platform because this person took money
because it's convenient to y'all
from their community
and
to gamble. So what are you doing with your money? If we're pocket checking people, what are you doing with your money? How come this particular person had to take time off because they were being harassed for certain things? Why is this you see what I'm saying? Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Absolutely.
Are you really being that positive on your platform? Because all I ever see, once again, I unfortunately spend a whole heaping a lot of amount of time, more than I would like, on Twitter. And I've seen these people names and I've never interacted with anybody having to do with them. Why is that? Because it's drama. So now you want to speak about something positive where you had several opportunities. And this is the thing.
Because drama sells. Drama sells views.
Yes.
Drama drives views. Like,
so much. And it's the right trauma. It's the right
drama. It's the right people's drama. Exactly. Not just the right, but the white.
You know.
Let's be real.
Yeah. But the white cis. We will definitely say white cis.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I think the sad part of it is, and this is what I was having the conversation with about, is when you are a person that is not on the platform being dramatic, being controversial,
right?
The traction and the energy that you should receive for being positive, you do not receive, because anything positive is not glorified.
Because everyone loves a fucking, like, underdog story, say so to speak. Like, oh, completely shitty streamer who kept, like, cursing and saying all these mean things. all of a sudden became nice and showed the slightest bit of like human decency. Wow, we should praise them and give them all our viewership and all of our attention for being a half a decent human being for once in their lives. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
And I don't think the platform as a whole, and when I say platform, I don't necessarily mean Twitch. I mean the platform as a whole, as being a content creator, realizes how demoralizing that is.
Absolutely.
And what you've sat there and now put in place. So now you have literally almost made it damn near mandatory.
I mean, it's incentivizing drama.
Yeah.
Basically.
You're doing no different than people who, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I love a good drama show. I do. I was at my sister's house yesterday watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
It drags you in. It drags you into their lives. It's exaggerated, right?
And that's what creates this consistent pattern. But it's like.
But here's the problem, and here's the cognitive dissonance for me. Because, like, yeah, the point of drama shows is to, like, pull you in with, like, these exaggerated, like, portrayals of reality, like calling them reality shows, and like getting really emotionally invested in them. But then, like, like a show is a show, but like even in those shows, and especially in the content creator scope of creating drama to like get views, guess what? That still hurts real people. Real people are being fucking hurt. Real people are being really, really badly hurt by this drama. And not just like a, ooh, woo, oh, they said bad things to you, just turn off your laptop, Kappa. No. Like, entire communities are lost overnight. Like, your fucking livelihoods can be threatened in an instant. Like,
and trust,
it's ridiculous. And suicide, and mental health-wise, and trust, and just everything. And just, like, I don't want to fucking trust anyone.
Yeah,
you start to feel that way in the
it makes us not trust each other. It makes the corporations not trust us.
Well, corporations don't care. If you have the numbers and you have the money, they'll give you it. They'll give you whatever.
Oh, big time. But you still have to fit the image.
You have to fit a box, right? Pretty much.
Yep.
You have to be nice. And you have to be anti-capitalist about it. Like I'll tell you straight up. Like I did a raid sponsorship on Thursday. And I know how to play the game, so to speak. And as soon as like that raid sponsorship was over on Thursday and I ended stream and I started stream on Friday, I literally was like, do not fucking give this game any money. It is a gacha game. It is literally specifically designed to get you to pay money into this game. Don't fucking do it. Like, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Like I had to speak nice about it for 4 hours, and I could do that. I could suffer through that. I could mask through that, but like.
And that's the funny thing, though,
the
fact
that I have to do that to pay the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So let's just play devil's advocate here, right? So if they decide to protest on their platform, right?
Yeah.
Against gambling.
Right. What is gambling, man?
Genshin. Any form of gacha game. Let's not forget the whole thing of what everybody exploded about when loot boxes happened in Overwatch. So now basically every form of game has some type of reward thing.
Yeah.
That this goes down a rabbit hole that I don't think they really want to go down.
You know what this reminds me of? Oh, this reminds me of the people who are like after a gun tragedy, they're just like, well, what about mental health? And I'm like, okay. You want to have this fucking conversation? Sure. Fucking sure. Fine. We'll make it a mental health conversation. But are you willing to actually listen and follow up with action for the things that actually do need fixing and do need reforming? Oh, what's that? No? You're just saying that to avoid an issue? Wow. Like they want to be like scapegoat, gambling, get rid of gambling. Obviously, gambling is what led this person to manipulate all these people. It definitely has nothing to do with parasocials. Like, okay. Sure, fine. It's literally like the mental health argument again. Like, yeah, absolutely. Gambling is a problem. I agree. Absolutely. Gambling is a problem. They target kids. Yeah, true. Are you willing to go through the whole fucking rabbit hole? What's that? No? All right, well, fuck off. Like, either be here fully or don't be here at all, honestly. Like, I can't take it. I can't take the 50-50. Like, I hate to fucking bring up Raven, but Raven's fucking tired, and I'm tired too. Like, we're all fucking tired of this shit. Like, we're tired of this half-ass, like, activism that they try to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's just a fucking view. It's just a view bait. Overall.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. What sucks is you have people that have been on the platform for several years, and then you have people that are so new to this platform that they don't even know what the currency of this platform is. All they know is this is the place to be. Why? Because that's what's advertised.
Mm-hmm.
You're not showing you're giving false hope. And one of the arguments that I've consistently had with folks,
just like support for support community.
oh my God,
There's another gamble.
Follow for follow, support,
yeah, all that
like
shit.
all of that stuff. Like how is it that
join our family of streamers?
The bots that come in people's channel talk about want to be famous and click this link to buy bots. Why is this stuff not gone? If this was genuinely based on performance, actual interactions, why are folks still able to buy? Don't get me wrong, no system is perfect, by no means necessary, but you don't even have a system that can tell the difference between somebody who organically got 75 views versus somebody that bought at their channel.
Botted partners. Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much negative stuff, and then other people's responses, well, if you don't like the platform, leave. And it's like, well, not everybody can leave the platform. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody, or even if you leave the platform, let's keep it a ban. YouTube is not safe either for live streaming. TikTok is only
they're not safe for live streaming. They're not safe for content, especially if your content is at all quote unquote political. Like, fucking forget about it. Like,
TikTok is, now they have where you can stream games, but you have to fit a certain qualification, and even that has loopholes. The whole format of content creation has so many dark loops, but these dark loops were created because of so much negative things going on. And then, like you said, it was talks about it, but where was the action? For example, I've been saying for the longest, if this is about growth and discovery, why was there never a mid-tier between affiliate to partner? Why would you not give something to people to help them feel that they are growing on the right track? Now you have literally shoved down their throat that
they need
to go to partner. Yeah. Right. You need this to be partner.
So then you incentivize partner pushes, which I think are completely ridiculous anyway, but whatever.
I literally put a video out last week where I said, at this point, I don't even want partner.
Yeah, no, it's not all it's cracked up to be, honestly. It's not.
It's not even just that. It gets to a point where, like I said, they shove it down your brain, and that stuff started making me depressed.
Right, if like this is what you should aim for, and if you're not at this point, then you're a failure of a streamer.
Exactly. You done been on this platform and you've done all these things. Why don't you have a check mark?
Right.
Like, I was in someone's stream lurking.
See, I'm not shooting for the check mark. I'm shooting for ambassador. I want the shiny check mark. I want the gay check
mark. You gotta have the check mark to get the ambassador.
Nah. You can apply anyway. I've applied.
Nope, I tried.
I said I was a partner anyway. I know they said they're only accepting affiliates, but I'm just like, listen, bitch.
Look, I have that application saved on my right here on the browser. I was already on it. Like, okay, fine. You don't want me to have this? Cool. What if I try for this? And it's not even a separate thing. It's you have to complete this step to get this step. And then, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, but what are you doing for me to complete this stuff? Oh no, we're not doing anything. You have to do it all. And then the crazy part is, obviously they see that something is wrong in the formula, because now for years, partners could only exclusively stream on Twitch. You can't do anything of your same content on any other platform. Now all of a sudden,
that's not true though.
Oh yeah, we know it's not true, but they would, if they found out, they would attempt to, whatever.
You can put edited content on YouTube. You always could do that. You just can't like technically.
Oh, they said it had to be like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't go, yeah, you can't go playing Apex and then go right to YouTube playing Apex an hour later. Like they would try to try to hold it against them. But now all of a sudden they're like,
you could, because it's not the same broadcast.
To them,
I've had arguments
like,
with other people before about this, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know because I don't have a check mark. All I know is what I was told. That's all I can base it off of. But now it's null and void, so it don't even matter. And that's what I'm saying. Obviously, they see something's wrong in their formula, so why would you null and void something that you had in place for several years? Several years. Why would you remove this now? Because you see something's wrong in the formula. Why did it take these big name people to say, you know what, we don't want to be on your platform anymore because we're basically working more than we would work a normal job if we don't have any time for our lives and our families. So we're going to go over to YouTube so we can have time for our families because YouTube is going to give us more money. Why did that have to come down to that, where people like us have been saying, hey, you know, I have a normal life. Hey, I have, you know, this, you know, job, school, folks who have disabilities, you know, physical or mental, you know, whatever the case may be. Why did it take these people to do that for this to be recognized? That, and it's still not recognized properly. And that's what's crazy. Like, I literally just told a friend, I'm not killing myself for this platform. I come to this platform for the people that support me and because I enjoy it. No, but I am not killing myself for this platform.
Yeah, so here's the other half of the problem is because, like, a lot of people come to Twitch initially and they're just like, you know, they have the dreams of grandeur in their head and they're like, oh, I can do this full time. And I'm like, that's nice. It's a nice goal. But, like, you have to be prepared to, like, do the things and do the work to get to full time, which means, like, putting content out very consistently on a lot of platforms and playing the algorithm really well, or just hoping the algorithm fucking catches a good video, you know?
But what sucks is that was not even introduced into the last few years. That's what's crazy. Like, all of this diversified content thing was not introduced into the last few years. So for us who've been here for several years, that's what it was. We would grind out hours. It was basically like,
if you weren't live, you weren't growing, kind of thing.
Basically, if you did, like,
you couldn't put stuff on, you couldn't put out YouTube videos.
It wouldn't, like, they didn't.
I feel like you could always put out YouTube videos, right?
Yeah, you could put out YouTube videos, but it was never the thing of YouTube was going to bring you followers. That didn't happen like hugely into it was basically probably no different than the console worlds.
Yeah,
it was like you can play Xbox, but you know what I'm saying, but PlayStation, like, that's how it was kind of shaded towards. It wasn't until like at least the past a year and a half, 2 years, where people were like, no, diversify your content. Why weren't you telling me this when I started 6 years ago? Why were you telling me to sit there? No, you need to be consistent. You need to make sure you stick to your stream schedule. You need to make sure you're there on time.
Because that's Twitch telling you, and Twitch like Twitter, like any other platform, wants you to stay on their platform.
Oh no, that was other content creators.
That's other content creators.
That was other content creators. That was all the people that were making the YouTube videos, like, oh, how to become Twitch partner.
Ironic.
Right, how to become Twitch partner in 60 days. Stream Fortnite for 5 days a week for 8 hours a day.
What?
And that's why some of those unfortunate people who did that now have a check mark and their viewership don't look no different than mine.
It's funny. I actually know exactly someone like that who got them check mark through streaming Fortnite 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. And yeah, you could get a check mark and get all the kids in there, whatever. You know, they boost your viewership because they're watching while they're fucking taking their test in middle school.
Yep.
And then you get the check mark and then viewership just drops off. So.
Yep. But that's the grind mentality that they put into people. Just like there's always been spurts of trends. There was trends of people. Everybody wanted to do 24-hour subathons and streams.
Oh my god.
Why was this a thing? Who thought this was a good idea? Oh, because somebody did it and got partner. Same thing with the whole thing.
I lasted like
the just chatting streamers.
I forgot how many hours I lasted. I was like 21, 22 hours when I did a subathon. I was doing a 24, and then I was originally gonna cap it But then I couldn't make it the full 24, so I uncapped it, and that led into my largest fucking sub count ever. So you know what? Whatever. I don't regret it, but like I definitely do.
But that's one thing. If you like, it was to the point that some people weren't even doing it for subs. They were literally streaming for 24 hours.
Yeah, 24
just
hours.
to stream, trying to get those views, and that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
it's unhealthy.
It is. I agree. Which is why the second time I did it, I was like, cap of 12 hours every single. Cap of 12 hours. I'm only going to stream the days that I normally stream on my subathon. That's what I did, and I did that. And it worked out fine. Didn't get as much, but whatever. Who cares? How does that all affect your mental health? Bring it back.
Bring it back?
Don't bring it back.
Okay.
Keep it dramatic.
Keep it going. Like me. Okay.
Let me feed my cat.
Kitty!
You go on a riff about something while I feed him before he bites me.
Okay, cool. I know that pain because Etsy will come get me if I don't feed him. Wow, not me going on a riff about something. What am I gonna go on a riff about? Can we talk about, since we were bringing it up so we don't go fully off a topic, can we talk about how addicting apparently Splatoon is for everybody? This game has taken over my household. And it's so cute and it's adorable. And I can't wait till I get to sit down and play it, but I can't play it because a certain particular person has kidnapped my Switch. And I want to play the cute little Splat game and shoot paint and be an inkling, and I can't. This is what happens when you share consoles and video games with people. You say you've been playing a lot of Splat Story mode? Yes. Also, another game that has taken over my life, that Disney game, which I have my complaints about, but it has brought me in. I'm like, what are these cute little games that are just doing my brain so well? And I want to play them more. I'm just like, hold on. Like, probably when I leave here, I'm going to turn on that Disney game. Like, I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find Mickey. Why am I up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find Mickey? Why am I not in bed knowing I have to adult in the morning? I don't like this right now. I don't.
What's up?
I was talking about Splatoon and how everybody I know right now has fell in love with it and can't put it down. And I was talking about, I can't wait till I play it, but I can't because I share a console with a certain particular person that's playing it right now. And so since I can't play Splat with my friends, I picked up that Disney game, and now I can't put that down. I'm like, what is up with these cute little adorable games sucking us in?
Cut it out. Just stop having to adult. Just stop having bills.
The way I wish I could. Listen, I would like bills to just go away, but not remove my service in the process of going away. That'd be so great for my mental health. Not to have to what, a light bill? Nah, I don't have one of those. Is your light on?
Do you specifically want the secret to paying all your bills with little work?
Sure. What's that secret?
Okay, so you know all those pictures. Say
this out loud?
Yeah, I can say it out loud. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I was talking with Maki about this earlier. You know all those pictures you take on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make an OnlyFans and post them there instead.
No, I'm not. See.
just say on your OnlyFans no nudes and it's fine. They'll buy them. There you go. Easy money. Pay your bills. Any pay pigs? Drop your PayPal, babe. Drop your PayPal.
Like you literally post a picture that's a normal picture and say want to see more, and it's 5 more. That actually
does work though. That does work. Okay, it does actually work. It does actually work. Don't tell me it doesn't. Don't tell me it doesn't. It does.
It does. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few folks that have been OnlyFans.
Do it both Fansly and OnlyFans.
See something.
Forget exclusivity. Fucking Twitch wants you to be exclusive. No, forget exclusivity. Fansly and fucking OnlyFans. Just post them both. Post the fucking Instagram photos. That's it. Are you shitting me? No, I'm not. That's the sad thing.
You know what's crazy is I have thought about, not necessarily in the adult content, but with some of my cosplays. Like I have a Ko-Fi.
Dude, Angie Griffin, I think I told you about this last time. Angie Griffin literally just does cosplays for OnlyFans, doesn't show anything.
Yeah, I've definitely,
money.
Like I said, thought about it.
The amount of money that thirsty guys on the internet will give to see you in a cosplay is infinite.
I know. I know. I know.
I know it feels like it's gonna make you, oh, you're not brand safe though. All right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just be like, all right, hey, yo, brands, here's a free sub to my Fansly and my OnlyFans, and you can see exactly what I post there. Look at that. A lot of no nipple, a lot of very, very appropriate cosplay that I would wear at a con. Like,
well, in fairness, yeah. I can say my talent team, I wouldn't have a concern with that. I think my actual council might have a concern about that, but my talent team,
your council,
yeah. So I have a council. 2 of them are sitting in here now, in the pretty green fonts, and then my and then I have a talent agency.
Fair enough. So. Fair play. Talent agency, which means they're gonna put you on model sites. Let's go.
Yeah, I've been with them for a little while. They've actually been doing very, very well with me. Nice. So I'm happy about that. So I'm pretty sure if I go and be like, hey yo, so I just want to start doing this, they'll be like, so where are we going and how are we formulating it? Like they're not gonna be like, now Imphy, that now. My counsel, on the other hand, would be like, now Imphy, now we got to deal with this coming in the chat looking for you.
Oh, just. Well, that's okay. So I understand that concern, and definitely that's something you'd probably have to deal with on a normal basis anyway. With all the thirst people who being like, oh my god, boobies, just deal with them the same way, dispatch them. Just be like big old fucking fat rule number 1. We don't discuss content on other platforms in the stream. And the link's right there in my about section. Have a nice day. Tip. Just tip the hat. Just be like delete that message. Be like, sorry, don't talk about my content on other platforms other than what I'm doing on Twitch right here, right now. But you can find all my links in my about section right below the stream. Thank you, sir. Have a very nice day. Thank you for your $100. Tip for the tip.
That is
That is a way to conduct yourself, certainly.
That is. Maybe if I ever get over, because that was the thing. Before I became a content creator, I modeled, so I know the ugly side already, and I'm just like, well, do I really want to deal with the ugly side again?
So, just to counter argument, to be fair, the modeling realm is one where you don't control what you're doing or what you're modeling. Usually you're not in control.
I controlled it.
You did control it, but you were still working with other people.
No.
You're doing it by yourself.
No, the people. So on the opposite side of me owning my brand for Infamous, I own a whole photography company.
Oh,
so we did shoots and stuff, and I only accepted things that I knew was going to fit for me.
Sure.
And I only accepted things for other folks. So that's just like now, when I was brought into my talent team, they asked, about, of course, non-safe for work stuff. I'm not against doing non-safe for work, because these titties look great in lingerie. And if somebody wants to pay me for that shit, then I'm going to take it. But, like I said, especially because I have my daughter, and because I have my nieces, and I know what's on the internet,
right,
I have to navigate a certain way. Now, once she gets a certain age, that's a whole nother conversation.
They can probably come loose without
I may be nude. I may be somewhere nude. Like,
I mean, I was like thinking to myself, do I be the first thirsty motherfucker before someone else in my chat says it? Because I'll be like, all right, bet, how much?
Look,
funny side story. I actually am not allowed to support sex workers at this current point in time because of a contract I've made with my relationship partner. So,
I respect
side story. Just a side story. Communicate with your partners, people. Please. Please.
I've actually been asked about that. I've been asked about that when I modeled. I've been asked about that with some of my cosplays.
Yeah,
that
it's natural to come
a
up.
little bit more risky.
Sure.
And people are like, "Well, if you get in a relationship, are you going to tone that down?" And I was like, "Well, when I was in a relationship, it was toned down. It was when I became single, that's when it got, you know what I'm saying, a little bit spicier. But that also depends on who I'm
The nipples came flying out.
No, the nipples never come out. The nipples, nobody gets nipples, but you might get a butt cheek.
Like you know what? This sounds like good negotiations. I can handle a butt cheek. And that's how you make a deal, people. It's the art of the deal.
That's how you do that right there. Send the contracts over to my assistant. She's in chat.
Duly noted.
But no, I think.
Oh my god, Stormfall. I'm sorry. I misread that comment and thought you were a random fucking troll for a second. I always wanted to train porn stars. Okay, he's a personal trainer. He means it in that way, not in the fucking dick down way.
I was about to be like, hey, oh, hey.
I was like, hey. You want to dick down?
Hey. Those are dreams right there. And those is dreams. You said, no, that ruins the fun.
All right, we'll cut that one out. Through the power of YouTube editing, cut that one out. Anyway.
We'll bring it back to the mental health aspect of it, right?
How does being naked affect your mental health?
It's great.
Yeah,
but no, I
myself.
I think the certain things that we deal with have made us like numb to things like that.
Yeah, because I'm most certainly could probably assume as a female presenting content creator, you have probably dealt with countless amounts of thirsty people on the internet who say all sorts of nasty shit in your chat or elsewhere.
I don't know if you've seen the tweet yesterday.
Oh god, which one?
At the end of stream, we literally started stream yesterday, and one of my counselors, one of my mods, and we get rid of the sitting in the back room bots out of the way.
Sure.
And the first name that was banned was like, hold on, I have to literally look at this image.
Is it a tweet? Is it a tweet?
It is a tweet. It is a whole
I'm looking through your media. Okay. This band was brought to you by Savvy Little Minx.
Yes.
Band.
It literally
Try to blow up this image.
that band.
Hide me between your chest. I mean.
Yes.
Be a nice place to be, I'm sure, but also you would fucking die. You're welcome.
You
know what? Someone would pay for that. Someone would pay to take you out of your fucking be taken out of their misery. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, there's folks that everybody has their thing, but it was funny because that account was made 2 hours before our stream. Nobody had seen me. I didn't even know what I was gonna wear. So the fact that they found my stream in the particular day that I decided to wear a shirt to show cleavage, I just was like, how did you even find me? How did you know? You were made 2 hours ago. I wasn't even live.
They're targeting you. They target you. They target femmes, and they go into every single girl's chat, and they're just like, "Hey, hello, look at my username. Please read my username."
I was like,
"It's for attention. It's for attention."
Well, they got my 15 minutes of fame because I was dying laughing like you wouldn't even survive.
You know, okay. So deadass, something that's like that's burned into my skull right now was a troll that we dealt with recently. And I just let them keep talking because they were like auto restricted, so no one else could see the chat but me. And I was just like howling my ass off. And then I turned my whole last weekend into their comment because literally their comment was like, "What are you doing? Like talking about mental health?" Hold on. I need to find the whole thing. Give me a second. You keep talking. I need to find the whole thing because it was too good. I'm sorry. It was too fucking good. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Troll Lessons 101.
Here we go. This quote lives in my head forever, and I will always refer to it as a fucking forever meme. If you could fucking suck a cock like a real hoe, you'd be getting some real fucking money on Live Jasmine instead of doing pseudo-educational content for pennies. And then I was playing Final Fantasy 14. I have a Viera bunny character, and they said Skankor Viera character. You should learn from her. Put some bunny ears on. Let's see those nips. Neurodiversity. Blah 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 blah. Let's see that cock. And I was like, all right, bet. I got my bunny ears. Let's go.
I don't have bunny ears, but fuck it, let's get it. Hold on.
My headphones have bunny ears now. Actually,
I don't have bunny ears, but I could be a cat.
Hello.
I would
hoppity
be a cat.
hoppity.
Right, like here we go. I'll put my cat ears on.
Meow.
We are now aminals. Like that's now.
Please insert your tip here. Thank you.
we are now abnos. That's wild. And that's the thing. What's so funny about trolls, I've had trolls say some of the most wildest stuff. And it gets to a point, that's why I said, like, some stuff just makes you numb. It does. It's like, I had to sit there and like explain it one time to it being they're only doing it because they don't get attention at home. You see what I'm saying? Like,
that's probably true.
That's literally.
Listen, if anything, I've learned bullies bully because shit at home ain't good. So I feel bad. I always tell the trolls, like, I feel really fucking bad for you. I feel sorry for you that you like deem this as like a worthy existence.
And sadly, it shouldn't even get to that. And that's where the thing of. How do I word this in the nicest way possible?
Mm-hmm.
Some people probably need it's crazy that the people
you don't have to word it nicely either.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna word it nicely. It's real fucked up that we get labeled as terms like crazy and insane and all this other stuff. But these are the type of people who refuse to go get help, refuse to acknowledge that this is an issue, and consistently keep doing it as a form of humor. That people that would rather seek misery and watch the world burn are considered normal, but people who think a little different, feel a little different, and express a little different are the ones who are diagnosed with all these large words, taking all these pills and spending all these hours in therapy. But I'm the person with the mental illness, and all I want to do is curl up in a ball and get my head rubbed. But you're the person that's spending 8 hours in a day trying to troll people to get a reaction. Who's really normal?
I have the answer for this, actually.
Oh, yes, I like answers.
In the form of an interesting quote, which is, taking personal responsibility is the biggest allergy to a narcissist.
Oh,
so think about society as
as I look at my allergy pills right here on my desk. I know a few folks I could pitch some allergy pills to because the narcissism runs wild. Let me tell you.
And exactly, that's the same thing when it comes to bullies and trolls on Twitch, is that they're so fucking full of themselves and think themselves so fucking funny that they can take all your time. And it's like, y'all need the real help here. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Y'all need the real help. Y'all need the real therapy. Like honestly, I've been like 7 different ways about it. Like sometimes I'll just completely ignore them, but lately I've just been like on a kick of just making it into stupid content because I'm like, all right, you want your 5 minutes of fame? Fine, but I want a few views out of it too.
Like I'm at least, you know, like, and it sucks that, and that's what I mean. Like, this is the type of stuff that we have to deal with, and then it starts to numb us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Even if you don't want to have a thick skin, it's almost like it's forcing you to have a thick skin.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And people often say, like, well, you have to have a thick skin to be online at all, which I don't actually think is true, honestly. In fact, I think, if anything, being empathetic and being emotional is a strength more than a weakness. Like,
oh my gosh.
But
more
damn,
more than it gets acknowledged.
it is very hard to have your heart on your sleeve, so to speak, online. It really is. It's very difficult to navigate, but it is possible.
Vulnerability itself.
Yeah, in general should be more valued than it is.
Yeah.
Agreed all around there. Like
mm-mm.
Yeah. And you know, I'm a person who tries to wear their heart on the sleeve and just kind of just says whatever the fuck that's on my mind about shit. So like, I'm not afraid. This is why I don't think I'm brand safe, is because I'm not afraid to like speak up about shit like this. You know, but I am afraid in the way of like talking on Twitter about it, because like words are hard and videos and are much better, and it's much easier to like convey what I mean. So
yeah,
it's rough. It's rough out here in these woods.
Also, the thing of it is the same people that are the ones causing the mischief are the first people to sit there and report you when you check them on their behavior. That's what's even more wild. Is like they'll argue or make comments, and then as soon as you ban them, I remember a particular time that we banned someone out of my channel, and because we banned them, they lost their account. So they started to stalk me, telling me to go talk to someone at Twitch to get their account back. And I'm like,
bro, I don't work for Twitch.
I don't work for Twitch. You should have thought about that before you went and said what you said, because don't get it twisted, my mods are always on load, but you know, you have to do something for them to let off the clip. Obviously, you didn't just receive a timeout, you got a whole ban, so you did something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we've
you don't
literally
get
seen like
banned off the platform for just getting banned in one chat. You get banned off the platform for harassing multiple people in their chats.
Well, you know, at this point, and I won't reveal my sources on this, I feel like it depends on what's reported at this point. I feel like all of the stuff that everybody has made noise about, that they don't want to be seen in the media, is like auto flagged in their system for ban.
What do you mean?
Without even, for example, me as a presenting femme, right?
Sure.
If you know, there are times where I'm not feeling up to par and I turn my camera off. And my community knows that I am a presenting femme, but I just keep saying certain words. And somebody that's new hear me say the words, but they don't know.
What do you mean?
And so
certain words?
Yeah, certain words. Certain words. Like we'll use simp.
Sure.
I don't really want to use the words, but we'll use it. We'll use simp.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there in my chat, right? Talking to someone in my community, and I sit there and I say, now my camera's off, this person has never been in my stream, and I use the term simp. I'm like, man, you're being a simp today. I don't know why you doing so much simping. Now, someone who has never interacted with me can go and report me
technically,
for saying it, because that's one of the words that is on their radar that has put them in bad press.
Sure.
So, and I feel like because they do too much automated system stuff, that they don't know when it's, like you said, somebody just reporting an account to just report an account, or an actual situation happening. And that's where the detachment happens. Is you literally have people that will, like, when I was on Front Page, I got consistent threats being made to me about, oh, you're botting your channel, we're gonna report your channel. I'm on Front Page. How did I bot my channel and I'm on the carousel?
Yeah.
How did I do that? But they could still do it.
Yeah, they could still report you bad faith.
They could still report me, but because it's an automated system, and how the automated system is set up, about time they catch it, I'll be banned for at least a week. And I may have done nothing. Or I may have just said a swear word. Or I may have just had a normal shirt that I wear on an everyday basis, and they say that she's overexposing herself, being sexual. If somebody wants to be that petty, the system has been, the system is so locked down for certain things, because they're constantly shaded about it in the media. and
Sure.
you know what I'm saying, about it, so that this is the security that they put up. But now, like you said, because trolls want a reaction, trolls want to see certain stuff. How do you get a reaction? You have to cause a reaction. You have to do an action to cause a reaction. So that's what they do to cause the reaction.
Yeah.
And it sucks because the system should be made better where there is at least a human.
I mean, there should be more human like interaction with the banning and stuff, you know, and contextual bans and stuff. And usually, if you appeal, like they'll give it to you. But like, what if like you're banned for so long and they don't get to that appeal until days later? You've literally lost so much potential income. You know, if that is your income source, you know what I mean? So it's completely fucked. I agree. And it hurts. Again, it's one of these things where it hurts smaller creators more than it hurts bigger creators, and they just don't give a shit. Just don't care. And they don't care because they don't have to care because we don't earn enough money for them. Basically, is how they see it. You know,
right?
Completely fucked. This Mental Health Monday is turning into just Twitch Talk 2.0, but
I mean, we could pull it back to Mental Health Monday. We could do that. But I don't know how we started on a rant. We can go back to Mental Health Monday.
I'm here. I don't know. I don't know what I have the spoons for right now.
Listen,
I'm just here. This is great. I like talking with you about shit. You're funny. You're great. You're great. You always been great, probably.
I try. No, always.
As far as I perceived you.
You know, everybody has their dark side. Just sometimes my dark side is humorous. Sometimes
it's the trauma response
my dark
for
humor,
me.
right? My dark humor is actually funny, and it'd be like, did she really just say that? Yeah, I did. Nobody. Sometimes I've said stuff, and people be like, "That's funny," but is that funny or is she? You know, it's definitely a trauma reaction. Like,
yeah, I've come to discover that my hyper attentiveness to trolls in my chat, and especially like in the just chatting category, when you're just like sitting here for a while, it's entirely due to the fact that I've been through traumatic experiences. I feel like it is entirely because I think a lot of other people like give trolls a lot of chance, like give people a lot of second chances in general. And especially in online interactions, because they're just like, oh, well, maybe they meant this or something. Or like, maybe they meant well, you know, you never know. Like, oh, maybe they're just saying that to say something, you know. And like, my radar just goes off so fucking quickly. And I'm so quick to hit that ban button. And I think it's just the trauma response for me, honestly, fam. Like, I can't deal with this shit, you know?
It's definitely not having a spoon. And then it's like
I have the spoon, but like
I don't have the spoon.
It's a matter of like I have the spoon for the right people, which is to say the people that are already in my community and the people that show themselves to be worthy of my community. Frankly, like I hate to say it like that. I'm not trying to hinder my own fucking growth here, but like
I don't have the spoons for the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I don't have the spoons for the bullshit. You know, if you're here, you're here, and I love you for that. You know, but like, God, there's a lot of folks out there on the Twitch sphere that I've met that have just been like, I'm a complete shithead, ha ha ha, lol, and I've like LOL'd with them, and I've allowed some stuff, but then there's other people there that's just like, I'm a child, and I'm like, and I'm banning you, goodbye. And they're like, what? But I didn't do anything wrong. You existed. Goodbye. You annoy me. You're not gonna fit out. It's not gonna work out well. It's not you. It's me. Bye bye. Like, fucking ban.
I think for me, it's the thing of I deal with so many different things on so many platforms.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I'll post a picture or an image, and like you said, we'll get random, you know, DMs, you know, random follows.
Oh my God, you got the titties.
Not even necessarily like on the like I did a cosplay photo. I remember this very, 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 very to the T.
Yeah.
Did a cosplay photo, and the person was like, "Oh, well, you don't look like that person because you're fat." And it's like, and as much as I wanted to rip them to shreds, I just was like, "Well, you're entitled to your opinion. If you don't like it, stuff." You know what I'm saying? Like in the most polite way, but it sucks because there's a lot of stuff where I want to react the way other folks do. I do. Like, I see folks able to just be so argumentative and be so ignorant and be so catty.
Oh, I
And
know what
I'm
you're
just
talking
like,
about. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
and me as a person,
That pisses me
because
off too.
I don't want to deal with
because
that.
I don't want to deal with the fallout from them. I just ban them and just move on with my life.
Yeah. And it's like, but a part of me is
why do
just
you have
like,
all this energy?
I wanna why don't you give this energy to those people? Why do you
That
come bother
too.
me and my little bubble? Because I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure there's some other particular
yeah.
person you could have said something about, and they would have gave you the argument that would
Yeah.
have made your night. You would have got all of
Mhm.
your buttons clicked, but you decided to come here, and it's like, I don't even want these buttons. Go away. And then it's like, well, you know, I've definitely had people like, well, you know, you're in a public eye, so you have to deal with the public. Yes,
No, you
I do
don't.
have to deal with
You
the
do, but
public.
you don't.
That's very, very
You,
true. But it's like,
you do, but you don't. And this is what I've tried to talk a lot about recently, which is just setting boundaries and curating your community. You're allowed to. You're allowed to ban someone even if they're just being annoying. You're allowed to ban them. I promise. I promise. I promise you're allowed to. You're not getting good vibe from someone? Ban them. Time them out. Ban them. It's okay. You're not gonna lose your viewership. Banning one person does not mean that you lose future potential viewership. In fact, if
right.
anything, it means you guarantee that potential future, viewership isn't also weirded out by the vibe of one chatter. Like,
Yeah.
bruh. I hate to say it that way, but there are millions of Twitch chatters. There are millions of people who watch this platform every damn day that are looking for new people to watch. And they could be finding you. But discoverability is a shithole, so, good luck.
Right.
Oh my god. I could rant about boundaries all day. I really could. Because I'm just like, curate your fucking community.
Well, you know what?
Plain and simple.
Since we're on the topic of boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's talk about habitual boundary steppers.
Mm-hmm.
You have people who you have set up these boundaries for.
Right.
You know, you have tried to do things to make places and spaces safe, and you have these people that want to find the loophole to step over this, and then it's like, well, now how do I handle this?
Yes, and I've had this happen a lot, unfortunately, very early on in my community, where yeah, Jane actually said it very well right there. If I have to explain my boundaries more than twice, that's a boundary for me. Yeah. Because like literally, if you need to like explain it like I'm 5 to someone several times, and like this is someone like, oh well, you know them and they're a good guy and stuff, and don't give in to that culture. All right, just ban them. Just ban them. You like if you need to message them, if you need to make it emotional, fine. Message them, be like, listen, I've told you more than once that this is not okay. You've continued not to listen. You get no more warnings. You're just out. You can just say you're out. Or you can be like, oh, I'll give you one last warning. Because everyone always wants to be like, oh, give me one more chance. Give them one more chance. Well, they really meant... No, they didn't mean well. They didn't mean well. If they really did mean well, then they would be mindful enough to fucking stop themselves before pressing enter or before speaking it from their mouth when they're on VC or something. Whatever the issue is. Like, they obviously don't care enough about you.
You know what's crazy,
you give more energy to them than they're giving to you. Yes, what's up?
There are some things that ain't even the typical boundaries. There is... How do I word this? I'm just going to word it the way my brain wants me to word it. There are people who sit there, come to communities, leech off a community for various vast reasons. And then when you don't want to deal with them, they move on to people within your community, and you see the same interaction. And it's like,
and that's when I warn those people.
That? And that's where it's like, is it now delegating the situation, but what sucks is some people won't see it that way. Especially coming from where I am. There is a lot of cattiness in the femme presenting space, the
Oh yeah, the
of
internalized
color
sexism
femme presenting
and the
space.
internalized
And if
colorism.
you go and
Yeah,
say like, hey, this person is a leech and a user
right.
and blah 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 blah, you have certain people that will get mad at you, that will
Mm-hmm.
that will block you and slander you.
And be like, "Well, you're
And
just trying to
then
start drama."
right, and then
And
a
then they
few months
experience that
later,
person. They're like, "Oh my god, they were so right." Like,
the
bitch.
like
All right, I guess I
and then
just won't
want to
warn you
speak
next
to you,
time.
and then want to speak to you after they have
Yeah.
pretty much made you into their own personal litter
Yeah,
box
a little
and pissed
pariah.
all over you. And I
Mm,
tried to tell you that they made me into a litter box, and you want to keep talking to them.
absolutely not.
Like what?
No.
Why are
No.
we doing this?
And there's like several systems at play there of just like that internalized sexism and like the, ooh, I can get content if I make this into drama. And like, drama alert, did you hear what Infamous said about like this new chatter that we just got in? Wow, how dare they? They are such a fucking bitch. Everyone, we should spend hours of our life talking about how much they are a bitch. Blah 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 blah. Give me fucking views. And then months later, when that chatter becomes super ultra problematic and they have to ban them finally, oh my god, I'm so sorry, sweetie, honey, lovely baby, I love you, you know, you my best girlfriend, right? Like, we're friends, right?
Hmm.
And just fuck off. Which
Or
is,
or
you know.
or even this one, the habitual um trauma dumper. The you've said it, you've spoke it, you've said like, hey, this, and it's a habitual trauma dumper. Like it's some boundaries is like they're not even the same type of boundaries, and that's what I mean. Like
Mm-hmm.
it gets to a point where you really don't have the spoons because it's so
Sure.
much that goes on.
So here's,
Also,
I
I
mean,
have to take this moment
yes.
before you say that. I just want to tell Jane the messenger that I love the fact that they are fey and fair. Thank you. I love that. I have never seen that, and I just
You haven't
seen it,
seen that one?
and
That Twitch
I
pronoun?
have not seen that one. I have not
Yeah.
seen that pronoun, and I was like,
I want to get
it's
I
fey.
want to get the Twitch bubbles to work on Stream Elements so you can see the pronouns on stream, but they haven't been working for me. And I don't know why. I'm probably
Oh,
gonna try to work it at some point or another. If someone else does Twitch bubbles and gets the pronouns to work, please let me know. Because it wasn't picking up every message and I'm mad about it. This conversation is great, I agree. Yeah. No, but
now I gotta think if
literally,
my bubbles
literally
get
all
them.
that. You have Twitch bubbles?
I have Twitch bubbles.
Do you have pronouns in your Twitch bubbles?
I don't know. I have
There's an
pronouns in
option
my
for that.
chat.
There's an option
I
for that.
I think they're there. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now you're gonna have to make me peek and look because I think they're there.
Back in a
So
VOD.
I may have to tell you, yeah, if they're there or not. But yeah, back to what you were
But
saying. I'm
anyway,
sorry. I just
no,
got
you're
so happy
fine.
about saying that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Jane's great. Um, but like, yeah, no, fucking, yeah, literally. Okay, what did you just say? Fuck, I lost it.
I said the fact of not having enough spoons for all of the
Yes,
extra stuff because it be so many different things that can come to you in your space that you have to deal with, and it just becomes a
the
lot.
trauma dumper. That's what it was on
Yes, the
about.
trauma dumper.
Yes,
Yes.
which is, I mean, that's an interesting term to me personally, and I like to break that down just for a minute. Because like in my chat, like I usually invite people to talk on stuff if they want to. My one rule is just no no graphic detail. But I also ask people to be mindful and like say hi first at the very least. Like don't start with like, oh my god, Waba, this horrible awful thing happened and here's all the details. Like
Mhm.
that should not be your first message. Your first message should probably be like, hey, how's it going? You
Mhm.
know, or whatever.
Oh, I
Like, hey, I'm
completely
not
agree.
doing, like, you can say like, hey, I'm not doing well. Like, that's fine, and then I can ask you if I have
Yeah.
like the spoons for that. You know, give me the option. But like, there's an interesting thread, and I made a video actually as well, about this Twitter tweet that kind of this tweet that blew up, about what trauma dumping is. And honestly, a lot of it at the end of the day comes down to like time and place. And if someone is coming into your chat literally exclusively just to tell you about like really awful, horrific shit that's happening, like listen, I get it. Like, we feel for you. It's not like we don't care, but like, if I'm willing to bet, since I've met most of the mental health streamers out there, I'm willing to bet that's not the space for it. Like it's not you, honey, it's them. Like, Twitch streamers are not therapists, and neither am I. But like, time and place and mindfulness, like the entirety of a video that I want to create about like Twitch etiquette would literally just be 10 seconds, and it would just be going like this. It would just me being going like, okay, hold on, we'll do it right now. Here we go. We'll record this right now. I'm gonna clip this. Ready? How's it going? My name is WabaStreams, and this is a 10-second video on how to be good in Twitch Hello everyone, my name is WabaStreams, and today we're going to be talking about Twitch etiquette. Here's a very, very short way to be Twitch etiquette in Twitch chat. Step 1, be mindful. Read the fucking room. Take a while to see what the fuck they're doing in the stream, and literally just say hi. Just say hi. It's not that hard. Just say hi. Twitch etiquette. Be polite. Don't self-promote. Read the fucking rules. They're there for a reason. Just read the room. Just read the room. Just read the room. Just read the room. Just read the fucking room. Thanks. Be mindful. Thanks. Bye. There we go. Boom.
That was
done.
perfect. That was perfect. That was and the biggest thing that you said is like is exactly it is the reading the room, and you know, I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and people will see me someplace and then come into my stream and think because you see me someplace that, you know, it's okay. And it's like you just said, read the room. If I'm having a serious conversation, this is not the time to talk about dick. We're not talking about dick. We're talking about serious conversation. If I'm sitting there saying, I'm sick today and I don't want my camera on, do not be the person to sit there and try to bully me. Like, you can try to butter me up. It's a difference. Buttering me up will probably get me to at least peek out on my cam and smile. Bullying me will get your ass banned. It's a difference. Like, I'll take sucking up. I'll take compliments. I'll take motivational things. I take niceness. But being like, oh, well, you're going to lose your views if you don't turn your camera on. Guess what? So what?
I don't care.
I'm playing my damn game. So
I'd just be like, bitch, the door is right there. Like,
you know, like,
I'd be like, then what are you still doing here?
Like, I had somebody come test my gangster in my own stream, and I was like, oh, think I won't turn this camera off? And I turned it off. Like, what? Okay. It's just my camera. This camera was given to me. This is my PC. This is my internet and my power. What? And because I did that, they went and dropped 1,000 biddies, and I was like, don't test my gangster. Like, don't do that. I will turn this mofo off.
That seems so random, though,
like,
honestly. Honestly,
is.
I feel like they're just like, it's a weird fucking relationship streamers have with viewers. Now, please understand the way that I'm using the phrase viewers, and that I'm using the term viewers as opposed to community members, because there's a difference there as well.
Huge difference.
See what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if you're not on my Discord, so like, I've done this recently that I'm basically kind of calling my Discord a lot. I'm pulling it back to only like the active people, or like the active lurkers, say so to speak. So I put like a message in one of the channels and said, hey, if you want to stick around, react to this message. I'm giving people a month, which is a lot of time, to be fair, but you know, I'm just like, listen, like, I don't like the Discord bloat that I've experienced. I feel having like 350 people in my Discord is not at all representative of where I am at otherwise on Twitch. Like, I know my viewership is anywhere between 10 and 15 at any given point in time. Sometimes it ups to 20, whatever. Viewership comes and goes, community is forever. And with this principle going forward, I want to focus on my Discord on being the community that I intended it to be, which is the peer support community, you know, which is being peer support. And I keep the Discord pretty locked down and pretty tight-knit for that very specific reason, you know? So it's just super important to me, and maybe it drives away a few people. Okay, maybe it does, but I hope that the people that stay around understand it, and I think they do so far. I mean, hell, for the sake of for the sake of anything, currently there's like 40 something people that's reacted to that message. I don't know, I haven't checked it recently, and I'm just like, that's awesome. That's already like 20 more than I thought, you know?
Right.
Because like I have like an arbitrary number in my head of like individual unique chatters that I've seen come through my chat in like recent history, which is probably around like 50 to 100 or so unique users. So I expect my Discord to be like somewhere around there or even less. And as it was, even before I did that, because I was thinking about doing that, I removed like 50 people that I didn't even fucking recognize. So yeah, there you go. Discord bloat. I hate it. And I don't understand the obsession. Again, this is like an obsession with numbers, right? And I'm just like anti-obsessed with numbers, and I'm like, no, I don't want big number unless I'm actually having big number. If I have like 500 people on my stream, fine. I'm okay with 300 people in my Discord. That's not a problem to me. But like, it becomes a problem when it's just like, okay, this is obviously that you're just in this Discord for no reason, I guess. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm using Discord wrong, but I'm just going about this whole thing wrong in general.
You're not. You're definitely not, because I started to get Discord bloat when, like you said, there were certain people that were like, oh, she has a Discord, I want to get close to her, and other, certain particular femmies in the community let me join the Discord, and they would literally come to the Discord to try to flirt. So when it got to the point that I had to, to try to flirt, and I would have to sit there and be like,
self-promote, same
Discord is not a dating site. Like Twitch, you're coming to hang out.
Yeah.
Maybe chop it up, share a stream, share an image, talk about a book. Hold on, I gotta wait. My kid is here. Hold on.
Okay. No problem.
I literally be right back.
You're fine. This part, yeah, absolutely. I was going to follow up with something to the extent of, oh god, I lost it now. Oh, just that like this is why I left a bunch of Discords recently. Actually, sorry, because I was just like overwhelmed, and I still have way too many Discords that I'm in, honestly, and I should probably leave some more because like I literally don't have the capacity to be active in that many Discords. And I feel like it would be ingenuine of me to be in Discords if I don't ever plan on, like, at the very least, like, jumping in VC. Like, I am in some Discords still because I jump in VC with people in those Discords on occasion, and I like, interacting with them, but I don't use it otherwise. And the other thing I was going to mention is, like, as a bad idea, one of my bad ideas to my mods was potentially making a bait self-promotion channel, because that's another thing a lot of people like to do. Is literally just join your Discord just to fucking self-promote, because that's the big fucking thing to do. Obviously, if that fucking works. It doesn't. But yeah, literally I was gonna create like a fake self-promotion channel, and literally the first message be like, hey, don't self-promote in here. This is just a bait channel to see who the fuck actually reads these things. And then whoever fucking self-promotes in there, they just get instantly banned. I want people who are including...
We had people that did that.
Yeah. I want people who are including my stuff in their day on purpose because it's improving their quality of life. If it's not, then they need to get going in the direction of the places, ideas, and activities that will. Yeah. Yes, I agree entirely with that, Jane, and I know what you're talking about. Because I find... So, can I just, like, gush, like, very slightly about Jane?
Yes,
if
please.
Jane allows it. Jane is a very, very wonderful streamer that I personally gain a lot of insight into my own brain thinking sometimes, because they do a lot of specific peer support and autistic like peer support in the way of like talking about how to like go about your day and how to like organize stuff and how to like get yourself in movement so you're going and you're doing things that you need to be doing. They have these really cool acronyms that I hadn't heard about before, and I can't fucking remember them right now. But they're like food acronyms, and they have to do with like self-care tasks and stuff like that. And I fucking love it. And I really benefit a lot from being in Fair's streams, and it's great. It's fucking great. Like, please go there. Yeah, the Death Shaft bombs, yes, which is the fucking weirdest.
And I love to hear that.
I've been given a task by Frankie, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Also, I don't normally shout out fucking people, but I shout out my mental health people, so go check out Jane, go check out Jenny. And this is our guest, Infamous, by the way.
Hi.
We're back. Jenny does feelings. Jenny's very good with feelings.
Oh gosh, those things.
She's great with feelings.
those
she has the
things.
words for feelings that sometimes I don't have, and she's very great at holding space in the morning. And she's in the morning. She's a morning mental health caster.
Someone I could watch while I'm at work, not losing.
Literally.
Of my
She's
feelings.
Jenny's a mental health caster in the morning. She does breakfast and feelings check-in, and I'm your evening weekend mental health and chaos and memes streamer, I guess. I don't know, and cats and fucking everything. I'm a lot. And it's great. Anyway.
But no, that's really great to hear that that you are speaking about that, because I definitely quite a few folks in the autism space, whether them personally dealing it with themselves or having family members that deal with it, that need more support. And so it's so good to hear, you know, like another person I could be like, hey, go check out this person's content. Maybe they can help you with something. Maybe you can, y'all can compare notes. Because I think that's the one thing that's a beautiful thing in the mental health space that I only see in a few spaces is once we connect with each other, it's like if we're not talking about things together, we share resources. Will be like, hey, I know somebody you may be able to talk to, type stuff. You can relate to them, and it's so good to see that happen. And it's crazy. It's like it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. And that's why it's like I don't want to leave this space. Like the mental health space is happy space when it's genuine. Let's make sure we put that out there. When it's genuine mental health space. When it's genuine people, having these chats, having these talks, and they're organically trying to help the community, the space, the understanding of what goes on, because that is not a space that I know. I do not want to take information that I do not know and relate it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But if I can sit there and take and bring somebody and be like, hey, I don't know, but here's somebody who can maybe give you an idea or send you to the right direction. And it's just I've literally like walked in some folks' streams. And it's like, yeah, it's mindful Mondays, and I look and there's nothing mindful about it. Like, granted, we're joking, like we're talking about stuff, off topic. But the first conversation that me and Waba had for the first interview was so deep, it gave a whole reflection to me just talking about it, which I don't always feel safe even talking about it. Like I've been on panels, I've talked about things, but Waba was like, no, let's sit down and talk about your illnesses. Let's break this down from your world. And it was like, hey, yo, wait, what is this?
I
This is
don't
new.
understand. Have other people not valued your experience as to
I've had to water it
your own
down.
mental health? What?
I've had to water it down a few times on
I'm sorry.
panels
Is this
or
me being
talking.
well trained or autistic or something? But that doesn't make any fucking sense to water it down in panels. I mean, as it was,
some people just want to talk about the topic, and that's fine.
Did I tell you? I didn't tell you about this. So I got interviewed by someone because I asked to be interviewed about my traumatic backstory at TM. And I got interviewed first on someone else's thing, and this guy was like kind of like a showmanship-esque about it. Like that was like the mood, that was the vibe. And like I was just like, whatever, like, okay, he does this whatever, cool intro, and then I can just like dive into it. He's gonna ask good questions, and I told him like, hit me hard, you can ask me anything, I have no boundaries about like questions. Like I'm pretty sure I don't have any boundaries, but ask me questions about my traumatic backstory, and I need to fucking talk about it because I need someone to help me get it out. And literally he started off with like the most basic ass, like stupid fucking like filler questions of like, oh, what made you start streaming on Twitch? And I'm like, I was like, what? I didn't come here to talk about that, but okay. So I played along, and then he finally got into like some of the other stuff. And
Like
it went fine in
doing
the
the
end, but
I don't mind doing the bread and butter questions at first. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
like it.
Because I mean,
I'm a hard hitting first, soft shit when you have to recover.
I guess it's because I've been interviewed, talked to for so many things, so I'm used to the bread and butter. Like, oh, what's the
Sure,
backstory of your name? How long you've been a content creator? I'm used to those type of things. But I've done quite a few interviews, and like we've talked. You know what I'm saying? But I don't always get to speak on, or I'm not even going to say I don't get to speak on. I don't always feel safe speaking on it because it took a really long time for me to be open. Like, I tell people I'm private but public at the same time. And I just didn't know how people was going to perceive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, trauma response. Like, I'm talking about it and saying it, and you can just feel the people like side eyeing you and looking at you because, or like you said, or it's a who had what harder, worse, or who had the most horrific experience, a tit for tat type thing. And it's like, no,
that's not the point.
everybody's experience is their experience. And
Right.
if it's horrible, it's horrible. If mine is bad to somebody, I'm sorry. If you think yours was worse than mine, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's your mindset. Because at the end of the day, I personally wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through. Matter of fact, between all of us, currently there's something on my mind that I have not addressed. And it's sat on my heart for a very long time.
All right.
And I've been thinking, well, it's two things per se, actually, two.
Mm-hmm.
One of them has been there for a very long time. The other one is more the past few months. And they're both sitting on my heart very, very heavy. But the one thing that's been the longest is like, do I keep this to myself or do I go ahead and acknowledge this?
Let's talk
And I
about it.
feel, whew,
Because we've been avoiding you this whole time. We've been talking through the lens and the blanket and the cover story of Twitch.tv bullshit. So let's talk about you. Whoosh, spotlight.
no, right. Let me turn up my light on here. So one of the things that I'm kind of currently dealing with, or I'm even more going to be dealing with, is grief. So course warnings, always warnings, content warnings, trigger warnings. I lost my mother, and her birthday is next month. I'm still very, very hurt and betrayed because during a time where I was grieving my mother and grieving my aunt who passed a few days after her birthday in March, and grieving my best friend who we lost like right after Thanksgiving, somebody, an attention seeker, decided to want to act a fool. And I feel like
How do you mean that? Like, did someone else like
somebody I got close with had somebody that was an attention in their life. That person is still in folks' lives.
like an even worser type person?
They're one of the people that, remember when we sat there and said you just have those people that no matter what, they just hop in your stream or hop on your tweet and it's about them. Their life is the worst life ever. Pay me attention, pity me type stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Or they'll start arguments type stuff. Like they're an attention seeker.
Sure.
And
One upper.
I got sick of it.
Yeah, be
Like
sick
I
of it
said,
too.
I don't know if it's my spiritual part. I don't know if it's my illness. I'm very
It's
get your
not. It's none of the
and
above. You made a boundary.
Right. Like
I'm sorry. Can I check my notes real quick? Just get
go
a
for it. Go
little
for it.
summary because
Take
I'm
your
really
notes.
great at reflecting and summarizing. So you're telling me, from what I understood right now and what I'm inferring right now, is okay. Let's see here. You just went through the loss of your mother, and now you have to deal with the upcoming trauma anniversaries of more family members' deaths. And checks notes. This person in your chat was being like, yeah, well, I just went through this thing too.
Oh, this wasn't even a person in my chat.
Mm.
I wasn't even live. This was somebody that was in a bunch of mutual communities.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
just got sick of their shit. I got sick of how they were treating people. I got sick of how they were talking. I got sick, and they were
Because they are
making
always talking in the sense of like, well, I went through this.
yeah. Yeah.
That's cool you
So
went through that, but you going through that does not invalidate their hurt, and it's not about you, it's about them.
right.
Like that's not the
So
energy you want to exude.
right. And so they, like you said, they got a little and for me, out of pocket, and like you said, set that boundary. I was like, not doing this. So a mutual who I had gotten very close with pushed me to set that boundary. I didn't want to set that boundary at that time. I wanted to deal with my grief.
Right.
And I was kind of pushed and guilted to make this decision. Now, granted, I would still make the decision.
Right.
Because if that was the case, the decision would be changed, and it's not. But the fact that I couldn't deal with my trauma and I couldn't deal with my grief, because during my aunt's passing, trauma happened as well.
Mm.
You know, so I'm very angry. Like I've had like months, and a lot is going on in these months, and I've been reflecting, and I'm sitting here to the point of blaming myself for even letting people get close to me for these type of
Mm.
situations, and taking on the responsibility of myself. And now here we are, like I said, my child's birthday is this weekend, and then after that I have to go into grieving my mom. And my brain just keeps going back to, well, when Mother Day was here, I couldn't grieve her then. I couldn't grieve my aunt. I couldn't grieve my best friend. And then after that, I'm going to be going into my best friend's anniversary. And also, this was his birthday. This was around his birthday. So that didn't help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dang, we were supposed to celebrate your birthday and you're not here. Like I was not good. And I'm stating I'm not good. I'm stating I'm not good and not being heard. And I'm angry. I'm angry. I want to be vengeful. I want to be all of the negative things that other people get to be,
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't given the opportunity to
Absolutely.
grieve. I wasn't given the space to process,
Yeah.
and I wasn't given any support or compassion for what I was going through. I was forced, for me. They may not feel it was forced, by no means necessary, but I was forced to consider other people's feelings, and it was like, when are my
Before your
feelings?
own. Right.
When
Exactly.
do I get mine considered? And that's an ongoing struggle for me. Like, how loud do I have to be? And then
You
it
know,
got to a point where I didn't even want to, trigger warning, as we're into this month, I didn't want to deal with it. And I'm the bad guy. Like, why am I the bad guy? Like, how did I become the bad guy?
it's it's the ultimate irony to me, really, in a way, that the person with BPD gets splitted on and is called the bad guy now. you know.
Right. Right.
Um,
I'm the bad guy.
but
That's why I'm always the villain. I'm
whatever.
always the
Yeah,
bad
just
guy.
be the villain.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I was gonna. So a lot of things I was gonna say. I was gonna say your anger is so fucking valid because like there's like this weird social shooting that's happening and pushing you to be present for other people before you be present for yourself. And I have a sense that this was your family, right? That was basically pushing you into these events,
This
you know?
was A very close friend.
Very close friend.
That I at one point
but even
considered
still,
family.
there's basically a culture here, a culture of assumption that you should put other people before yourself, before your own. And they weren't considering your feelings. They weren't considering what you had just literally recently been through in the years prior around this time. And that seems very inconsiderate on their part. But they're just upset and calling you the villain because, you know, you wanted to set a fucking boundary and give yourself time and give yourself space, and they weren't willing to do that. And that's not your fault. That's their fucking fault for being a dummy. The other thing about this is, you know, you said, how loud do I need to be before I'm heard? Funny enough, I'm going to actually suggest you don't be loud and you just quietly take the fucking time that you need. If they start asking you where you are, don't respond.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. When I did that, they just leached on other people.
Which tells you a lot more about them than it says about you. It means
but
that they were...
It hurt because I introduced them to these people.
Yeah, it does hurt. And again, we can go through the same cycle of, you know, can try to warn those people like, hey, when I was in need, this person literally just jumped ship. They saw first sign of trouble, they jump ship, and they try to leech onto someone else. And I also fucking fully understand wanting to blame yourself for attaching yourself to someone in the first place, because that's a hard fucking like classic guilt trip of like, how dare I attach myself to someone and allow myself to get hurt again in this way. You know, but the other way to look at this is, this person, maybe unintentionally, maybe unconsciously, but they knew that they could expect you to be loyal to them, if that makes sense. You know, they could expect to get energy from you, and they expected you to put them first instead of yourself first. And they proved that by then going on to leech onto other people. They proved themselves to be actually a kind of a piece of shit a person. Maybe unintentionally, maybe they're not aware of that, but it doesn't fucking matter. They still hurt you, and you're still allowed to be angry and upset about that. 100%. So it's not that it's your fault for attaching yourself to someone. It's that manipulators are very, very fucking good at sussing out who is easy target, who is easy shark bait to latch onto and to drain energy from. That is a very fucking unfortunate fact of living as someone who, and it wasn't your fault. Mental health is not your fault, but it is and are traumatized and will continue to be traumatized because of these people, because of generational, because of these facts of how people treat you. And that's the most fucked up thing of all, because then it becomes this whole internal conflict of who do I place my trust with? And this is why I get offended sometimes, you know, because I'm just like, I think myself as a trustworthy person, but I also know I look like a very dangerous person to some other people because I embrace responsibility of actions for myself. And that seems dangerous when a fake personality is a lot easier to get along with. When someone is real with you, we kind of want to run away because we're not used to it. We're very much used to dealing with facades. And when someone doesn't have a facade, it's like, okay, but what really is your deal though? So I think a lot of people distrust me for this reason, but who knows? Maybe a lot of people actually trust me for this reason. I just found my family with autistic people. Maybe I'm going off on too much of a tangent at this point, but yeah, it's rough. And I'm going to just read what Maki said because I think she stated it better. It's great that you're allowing yourself to trust. Blaming yourself for trusting because of someone else's behavior is not a responsibility and not your fault, love. Not one bit. You have people here that are listening and hearing you out fully. Yeah. And I hope with what I said, you understand that I am trying to hear you out fully, and I'm trying to be here for you best I can, but I also know that I'm not assuming a friendship here right away, you know what I mean?
And no, I everything you all have said makes sense, and I appreciate it, because like I said, like we all know we can go down our nice little rabbit holes with our illnesses, and like you said, it's what's even more, I guess, of any form of situation, like you said, is when you have borderline, it's like your brain is already, and so to have to sit there and counteract that, and then have someone basically agree with the negative that you're already counteracting, I was like messed up for months. Like, I'm still messed up.
Yeah.
I'm still
I'd be surprised if you
now
weren't.
just unraveling the yarn from the mess and being like, okay, I see, but deep down inside, I blame me. I blame my need or my want for certain types of friendships. And
can I normalize something for you though?
go for it.
Wanting a specific type of intimate friendship is a normal human experience. Period. Other people want that as well. They do. I know it's hard to believe, but they do. But I think some people go through life and conduct themselves in a way that is very unconducive to forming that, if that makes sense. Like, they're very comfortable with the facade. They're very and this kind of plays into a discussion more about like streamer relationships in general. Because it's very nice, it's very friendly, and it's very, you know, socially correct to be friends with fellow streamers, to be friends, you know, in this streaming sphere, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, I know you're not my best friend in the world. I know you could be if we spent enough time together, but like, you're not. I'm friendly to you because you're my guest. I'm friendly to you because that's who I am as a person. I treat you with love and respect because that's how I am as a person with everyone in my chat here, you know? But this doesn't constitute a best friendship. This doesn't constitute an intimate friendship. Not at all close to that. You know? And the kind of, how do I say it? Like being up here, being above the surface level conversation is very nice. It's very simple for a lot of people to just be like, oh yeah, I have 100, you know, streamer friends, and I know this person, I know that person, right? So in the same way, this extends to real life as well, of like, you have friends, right? You just like, whatever, friends, you fucking Facebook friends, right? But then you have a circle under that, and then you have a circle under that, and then you have a circle under that. And that circle right in the middle there, that's your inner circle. And that's the people that's the few people that you actually let in on what's going on. You know? And someone that we want and we perceive as being in this inner circle, the energy that they show you initially seems like, oh yeah, they're giving you inner circle energy. They're allowing themselves, and you're giving that back because it's equivalent exchange, right? So that's what you think, though. That's what you think, and that's what you want, and that's normal to want that. They might not think that same way about you. They might only consider you one of those outer circle friends, but they treat everyone in the outer circle the same as they treat everyone in the next circle, and the next circle, and the next circle. Because it's easy. It's easy to just be like, okay, and listen. You know? It's okay to not give. It's easier to not give as much energy to project that you trust them. And this is no fault of yours. This is a fault of human nature. That we wish to trust. We want to trust. We want to place our trust into people that we interact with a lot. But sometimes literally it's just the case that they don't see you that way. They don't see you the same way. And that it hurts a whole lot.
It's funny that you use that term because with like several different like scenarios, not just like this situation, but also other situation is, I think the part that makes me angry with myself is I didn't listen to my gut about the trust. Like you said,
yes. Your gut fucking knows.
I listened to them say, trust me, but my gut was like,
run away.
Right. And even when I went to run away and be like, you know what, this may not be what I thought it was, let me just leave. Then it was, now I'm the bad guy because I want to leave.
Because again,
I felt that the trust was not there. You see what I'm saying? And it's funny.
And it wasn't
that
there.
You literally said that because I was not feeling that. It was too much bullshit, and I was
surface.
so scatterbrained.
So much surface.
Everything. Yeah, and it was like when I wasn't scatterbrained about what was going on, I was observing, and I'm like something. But also, like I said, when we experience grief, you know, we all experience grief in different ways.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
And with me, I have always been, I'm the person that goes and holds people's hands. I'm the person that's wiping the tears. I'm never the person who has that happen. So for me, it was like at a time where you were like, oh, well, you could trust me. And the time where that's what I needed, it was like, no, I'm good and let me bounce. And it was like, and when I was like, okay, but trust you though.
Yeah,
like a trust fall. Like, okay, trust you. And I fell backwards and I put my elbow back and you were gone. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm not trust falling no more. No, you should trust me to fall. Why? And then when everything presents itself and I've spoken on it, you know, and now I'm like,
you know,
I'm angry with me. And because I'm angry with me, I'm like, I can't lash out like other people do. I can't be the
you can, but then you're painted as the villain because no one fucking gets the principle of the matter of the situation. Everyone is still stuck on surface, and surface loves drama, and they're just like gonna pile on the hate train because that's the hip new thing to do.
Right. Or if I sit there and like you said,
I hate surface.
I go and talk to other people. Like I'm not gonna say I haven't talked to other people. That would be a lie. Was I afraid even when I did that? Hell, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I was afraid.
Of course you were.
I've kept things in Pandora's box that I don't want to tell nobody because let's be honest, you don't know how anybody's gonna react about anything or how anybody's gonna treat you. And when you're dealing with, like you said, trauma responses, it's very, for me, I am the definition of trust issues. And once that has a crack in it, it is very hard for me to be like, oh yeah, you have 110% trust again. Like, especially with no context being built back into it.
Yeah,
that's what really makes it hard.
Shouldn't go back to automatic anyway. I don't think anyone should. Can we, to back up 2 minutes though? You talked about like testing the trust. And I think testing the trust is important to kind of find out who really is in your corner, who really tries to be there for you. You know what I mean? And there's certain ways that you can test it, I feel. If you know any, let me know. But no, seriously, I know, like, that's not to say I haven't, you know, builds very trusting relationships. But I don't know, there's just like certain things that you can say to someone and then gauging their reaction kind of tells you if this is someone that you can trust. And yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about as well, actually, Jane. Yes, okay, here's the trust test. The trust test is consistency. Yeah, there really are authentic people who are trustworthy and help you feel trusted through the consistency and honesty, and that is the trust test. The trust test is you give them some piece of information that you can handle if they don't handle it well. And they handle it well, and then they consistently handle it well. Like, yeah, exactly as Maki said. It's like asking questions and seeing if their actions are matching their words, kind of thing. Like, are they themselves? And I've talked about this beforehand, but no one really fucking got it. But if a person is consistently who they say they are, then they don't need to go out of their way to prove it to you. Does that make sense? And I know we're talking about a very like esoteric, like gut feeling, spiritual, socializing type concept here. But yeah, that's literally what it is. They don't have to put on an act, you know?
Yeah, no. I fully understand. Like I at this point,
Thank you, Tiffany.
there are several people in my life that have demonstrated exactly what y'all said. There's not a facade. It's not an act. It's not a,
Yeah.
as
Which is
Jane said,
yeah.
it's the consistency, whether it be something as a joke, like laughing together, or a traumatic situation. Like, the consistency has been there. I think for me, my problem is, and I just have to say this how my brain say it, they are femmies. These issues, like this trust issue and several of my trust issues, have to do with cis males.
I agree.
And that's the crazy part.
It's not crazy. That's the trauma that our society has endured because of the continued the continued uh teachings, I'll say, because I can't say the P word for some reason. Perpetuation of toxic masculinity. There we go. I got my sentence out finally. But yeah,
That
no, I agree.
And I think that's the part where I'm angry, is because I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's a difference
It's like
between,
you know that and you have no control of that, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like, it's sometimes it can be so good that it literally will throw you in your own brain into a spiral. You see what I'm saying? Like, the acts will last, but for a certain amount of time. With the words will match the actions for a limited amount of time until, well, like you said, the game has been played. Now they don't want to play the game anymore. Now they put the game down. Now they don't want to deal with it. And that's a very tiring circle to deal with. And it's
I mean,
already a tiring circle
yeah.
to deal with when you're dealing with something like this. And I think that's where, like I said, I'm angry with me.
I mean,
You know,
evidently you're also effectively just describing being the emotional labor mommy for a bunch of people who don't know how to self-regulate and don't know how to deal with their own shit. So they're like, mommy, please hold me, hold me. Oh, you hold me. That means you sexually like me. Time to stick my penis in that. Like,
oddly, I had a conversation with someone. I broke it down
so
like this.
yeah,
All of my past, and this. I was like, mommy issues, baby mama issues, ex-girlfriend issues, mommy issues,
and this
baby
is
mama issues,
why.
and then I'm sitting here
Anyway,
like,
just to take an egotistical sidebar for a second. This is why I'm glad that I have discovered that I'm autistic, because it explains so fucking much about why I'm just so blunt and upfront with people about how I actually mean things and shit like that. And I'm just like, listen, I'm in a very nice relationship. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. I'm interested in with sex with like very specific people in a very specific situation. It's not on any of y'all. Like, calm down. I hype Maki just for the fucking posterity, just because you're here. I'm hyping you up because I believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, I hype my friends up because I believe in them. And if they have an idea, I'm like, fucking go for it. You know what I mean?
Wait. Can I? Because I see something Maki just said.
What we think is mommy issues is actually daddy issues and vice versa.
Explain.
She's onto something.
Are you talking about the lack of them being one? Like having one? So therefore it causes issues? I wanna, because I believe that's factual.
Yeah, I think it's close. Probably very close to the truth. So the idea of mommy issues, I think, is, at least my definition of mommy issues, my working definition, is that, you know, I see it as like a guy who literally hasn't been taught how to be self-reliant, how to take care of himself in any which way, and now somehow simultaneously requires a female to take care of him, take care of his emotional needs, take care of his physical and sexual needs, but also somehow he's still the man of the house, and he needs a woman to be subservient to him, but also play mom for him and take care of him because he doesn't know how to take care of himself. Which inevitably becomes, which is actually kind of a daddy issue of like, dad didn't tell you how to be fucking self-reliant, son. Hello, what?
Well, so okay, so this is what's funny that you're explaining that to me, because from my upbringing, my area of living, that's not the case. There's something that I refer to as in our community that is called "my son is my king" syndrome. Where these mothers, else,
very
you
prevalent.
know, their sons are very self-reliant. So else they're so bitter at the father for leaving that they else lash out at the son, and the son had to deal with that. Or the mother feels so guilty about the father leaving that the son has now replaced the king. So the son is my king, my son is my man. So that's in my realm, and what I deal with, it's somebody who has had, because one of the particular people that I've dealt with,
and then you have a very egotistical man.
No, they're not egotistical. Let me give you a background. One person that I dealt with, he was abandoned by his mother.
Wow.
He was abandoned by his mother. He was raised by his father. He was raised in the Muslim way.
Okay.
So as he got older, his mother decided to come back around. So he, wanting the motherly bond from her because she abandoned him, he catered to her, even though she was still a shitty ass mother. But because of the way that his father raised him, and also the Muslim heritage, he was so conflicted with everything. He was trying to treat me in the way that his father said, but also in the Muslim way. But I would get the backlash of when his mama pissed him off. But he would also, I gotta leave you, I can't go on a date with you, I gotta go run my mama to the store. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
wait, this is like a reverse, not a reverse, it's an epidus. It's a, I can't remember how I can pronounce it. Someone pronounce it for me. Opidus? It's like an opidus complex. I can't fucking say it.
Yeah, like
I craved this relationship so much that now I'm going way out of my way for my abandoned mother who's come back into my life now. That's interesting.
That goes on.
That's not what I was thinking of when you
a lot. That goes on a lot, even if the mother does not abandon them.
That's funny. I thought you were okay. So I thought you were talking about the "my son is a king."
No, my son is my king is a mother issue. that I'll break that down.
Well, that's
for
what I
all
thought
of
you were
y'all.
talking
Yeah.
about, and I was going to say what usually ends up after that is if the man has not been taught to also respect women, it kind of also can end up in a like I'm egotistical kind of way, like I'm self-sufficient and my mother loved me, so everyone should suck my dick, you know, kind of thing.
I would rather. I have not ran into that yet. What
Really?
I have ran into is a lot of what I say. Like I said, mommy issues. Like you said, they want the person that is going to nurture them to be the soft spot.
So really, it's
But
a
they
daddy
do
issue
not.
because daddy didn't want to give any softness, just wanted to teach
That
self-reliance.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, teaching self-reliance is all good and fine, but like if you don't teach emotional resilience and emotional coping and emotional regulation, then it's not going to go well and you're going to have a very emotionally broken cis man. And that's what happens
Yes.
a lot with cis men. And I actually genuinely do feel bad for them. Like in one instance, it fucking sucks because that's the culture that we're in, because rape culture and everything else that goes with that is literally the epitome of toxic cis maleness. At the same time, there's just like a fucking series of emotionally broken men that need fucking therapy. Go to therapy. Please, go to therapy.
Like, and that's what sucks is like, I have now gotten to the point where I've spent so much time in the mirror. Like, what's wrong with me? What do I need to fix about me? Like, I remember having a conversation with somebody and they were like, what do you bring to the table? And I was like, well, I'm a nurturer. I can do this. I can cook. I'm self-sufficient. All the stuff. And the person was like, oh, you're not dateable. What?
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 Why?
Yeah, you don't make enough money.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting worth.
like there has been a lot of like I literally just recently had a conversation with somebody about the whole thing about self-esteem and self-worth. My self-esteem, I am the baddest bitch on the planet.
Oh.
All right, I am one of the most arrogant people on life. My self-worth, I am less than a peso.
Shut the fuck
because
up.
I am less than a peso. I am beyond dirt. I am, because of, like I said.
Do you want me to prove that statement wrong very quickly?
Go for it.
All right, how much for nudes? I'll send you $1. Is that enough?
That is not enough.
Okay, so you value yourself more than a peso. There you go.
Oh, well, no, but that's the thing. Like, how I look at self-worth, like I had to have this conversation with somebody. A very old friend. She was like, well, you wouldn't deal with the stuff you deal with if you loved yourself. I was like,
I do love myself.
What? I do love myself.
Yeah, fuck you.
I don't like how people treat me. So what do you mean? And she was like, well, that's not self-love. I said, no, that's called self-worth. I don't feel worth. Myself does not feel worth, because the people around me, particular people who I want to give me the worth, i.e. certain family members, i.e. certain friends, i.e. certain companies that we stream on, not giving me
nudge,
you like how I reeled all that back,
yeah,
right?
It's good wraparound. I like that.
But not giving me my worth.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
If I sit there and I look, like I said, that particular person was like, oh, well, you don't make enough money. So you have been the person on the timeline crying about women not knowing how to cook and women not knowing how to clean and women not knowing how to have a job. You are one of those people. You are one of them incel people that say, I need to have my woman look like this, act like this, talk like this, dress like this. You giving big incel energy to the point of I'm sitting here like, let me go get plastic surgery and I own more. Well, I own the wigs for my own thing, but you know, you have people that do that. They'll change themselves to the point of you don't even know who they are and still be told, no, be gone, bitch, you're not good enough. And you'll look over and the bitch that they said is good enough is not anything that they described. And you're like,
bruh.
And that's exactly what happened.
I mean, this relates. This makes me think of like how women literally just have to be super women to literally get anywhere. And then like an average, I was talking about this earlier, actually. I don't know if you were here in chat, but we were talking about self-worth earlier. And I was saying like, literally me as an average looking, like passing cis-het dude, I'm not cis-het at all, but I'm past as one. I can cruise by in life. I don't have to worry about shit. I don't have to worry about looks. I don't have to worry about I'm fat. Like, shit, I got tall privilege too. I got white privilege. Like, I'm set. I can fucking cruise by in life and be fine. You fat? You're person of color? You're femme presenting? Oh, you're fucked 7 ways to Sunday. Like, and then you add in the incel shit because the fucking incels control the business for some reason because they have daddy issues and have mommy issues and shit like that.
and all I wanted, and the craziest part is, so I think the one thing,
yeah,
I sit there and my chat asked me like the 2 truths and a lie. You know what I'm saying? And I always throw this one truth out. And nobody ever believes me. I'll be like, I've never been proposed to. I've never had nobody sit there and say they want to marry me. And chat will choose. Yeah, that's a lie. No, it's not a lie. I've never had a single cis male want to marry me. Women, I've had women that ask me all the time, joking. I don't know if they're joking or serious at this point. How they've been slinging. Soon in a minute, somebody gonna be at my door with this fat rock.
Do you know the reason? And this is going to be really rude, and I'm going to get canceled. Here we go. Ready? Cancel Waba time. Cis men don't know how to value a valuable woman. They get scared. They're intimidated.
And I've heard this, and I'm sitting here like, what's so intimidating?
What's so intimidating? Because you might emasculate them. Ooh woo. They need to rely. Their masculinity is somehow both all dominating, but also fucking reliant on the fact that you don't make more money than, like, what? Oh my god, it's so stupid. It's so ridiculous.
I'm about to run away now.
Anyway, this is why you should all find your this is why you should all find your golden retriever, non-binary, pansexual, autistic, queer content creator, WabaStreams. WabaStreams will now clone themselves and ship your Waba clones out to the world.
Waba clones coming to an Amazon near
Yes.
Wait a minute. I gotta run away for like 2.7 seconds. Hold on.
Customize your Waba. Fucking build a bitch here. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat while run away. Hi, Poch. Welcome in, mate. Yeah, I hear this a lot with other black women in the community. This has been happening a lot. It's bad. I agree. Yeah, the fucking there's a lot of self-love, but as far as self-worth, it's just like, and it makes me sad, honestly, because y'all are so fucking worthy. Y'all are so worthy. You do so fucking much just to live, just to survive is already a fucking lie. You give yourself credit, but I know it's hard because, like, whenever you give yourself credit, whenever you try to celebrate a win, there's always some fucking racist asshole who's just like, fuck off. Reason why I have so much about money and working, yeah, all the feelings about money and working, absolutely, because it's just like, is the efforts gonna even be fucking seen? You know, Twitch is not giving all that. Yeah, agreed. We have psychopaths out in the world making enough money because the entire system is a catastrophe. Not just making enough money, but literally the existence of billionaires is insane. Like, actually insane if it's a concept. And I don't like using that word. If you're not making enough money, you're the real one. Yeah, pretty much. Hi, Scar again. I have to run around being Albert Einstein, Pablo Picasso, Steven Spielberg, Eminem, Mr. Rogers to get the attention of an angry 20-year-old het-normative dude screaming cuss words while high. I know. It's so good. Jane, don't you just love being a fucking performer who has to perform to be a performer, who has to then perform for an audience that you don't want to fucking, like, that you can't be a person at, you just have to be a performer. It's the great irony. If you don't know, Jane is a rapper as well. So
hey,
they do the rap game. Yeah. Ugh. OMG. Hello, Maki. It's the best. Yeah, it's such the best. Don't you love just doing everything in the fucking world and still not being enough somehow? And some cishet white dude can just cruise by and do nothing and be like, oh my god, you're so awesome, let's celebrate you.
I think the best statement is, it's in the Jill Scott song, and she said, I could give you the world on a silver platter. Would it even matter? You still be mad at me.
Yep.
And that's how I feel like a lot of days. Like, I could
What's the other
literally
song?
give so many people so much energy, time, support, money. I've spent bread, like money on folks, and that is you had a bad day. You are not a positive person, or you're emotional, or you're, whatever the case may be. And I'm like,
yeah,
I am entitled to have bad days too.
absolutely, 100%. This is why I don't money and emotion at the same time. It's not a good combination.
Oh, it's so not.
It's so not.
I will.
Twitch
My
is
manic
great at
kicks in.
incentivizing that. Twitch is very great at incentivizing that. Hey, they're getting rid of gambling. Maybe they should get rid of hype train emotes as well, because that's a gamble about which emote you're gonna get. Ooh.
But I like my hype train emotes. Wait a
Okay,
minute.
then give everyone all the emotes.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, that's a
Because
fair
there's some
trade-off.
that I see other people have that I don't got.
There's
I won't. Yeah.
there's the other song I was trying to remember. I couldn't think of it, but I still can't think of it. But it's like, why men gotta be great and why men great until they gotta be, or something like that. What is it? I forgot the fucking lyric. God, who sings that? It'll come up if you Google that. I love being burnt out all the time. Yay! I know, Jane. Isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it grand?
Look, you just brought it up.
Lizzo. It is a Lizzo. It is a Lizzo.
Yes.
I was right. I was gonna say Lizzo. I'm like, it better be a Lizzo song. Oh, hype shock. That's cute.
But
I want that.
other than that thing there is there is something that I have kept. At least I think I kept. I don't remember telling my daughter that I've kept from her entire life, and I feel I need to. I feel I will not heal from it unless I talk about it, but I don't know how it will feel.
So you haven't told her?
Not in my memory. I don't remember telling her.
I don't want to ask you about it. Because I feel like that's something you need to talk with your daughter with first, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. It's not nothing against anybody.
No.
I have not.
Just the opposite.
This is very. I think very few people know about it, and I didn't tell her for various reasons. One of them being I didn't want it to affect her relationship with her biological father, and I didn't want her to feel upset with him because of it. But at this point, with how she feels, I feel it's time to have that talk.
What brings this up?
Guilt. A lot of guilt. I feel if I don't talk to her about it, and if it ever comes up from anybody else but me, it would incite anger. I
That makes sense.
also feel like this is a chapter of my life. Not me getting a Discord. He's so rude.
Adamant.
He's so rude. I feel this is a chapter of my life that I can completely close if I talk to her about it and be completely healed from it.
I'm just gonna paraphrase Jane. Do you think that there's someone else in your life that you could like have present with you while you talk with her?
Yeah. Yes, the person I was just calling. The person I was just calling.
Is that why you brought it up just now randomly?
No, they just ironically called, so I'm almost wondering.
Oh jeez,
they're
listening.
Yeah, because they know I'm here. I told them I was here.
Uh-oh.
So
I don't check my user list, but I can't control my guests.
I will say they are not here. Okay. I can see your user list.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know,
they
they
can
are
hide
not
themselves if
here.
they want to.
Yeah, so they just messaged me, asked me was I still here. So they have confirmed that they are not here because they just asked me that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
When do you think you're
them.
gonna have this talk?
She's gonna be 13.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Be a
I
hell of
don't
a
want to
birthday
ruin.
present.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to ruin her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think it's time to have that talk though.
Pre-birthday?
Um,
It's up to you. You don't have
after birthday.
maybe.
I want her to enjoy her birthday. I don't want her to go with this on her brain because I know her very well.
Sure.
Plus it's a lot going on. Like she plays volleyball. Of course she has school. I have work. I have streams. So
Mm-hmm.
there's not really very much time. And then like I said, the person who can mediate works in streams as well. So trying to get we have a hard time just getting us together just to sit there and talk sometimes. So
Definitely schedule a time to talk together in the next week then.
yeah. I mean, I what I'll do before
Hmm?
I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk to them.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and
Just be like, hey, I want to talk about it with her.
yeah, because if I did say it, because of how my memory is,
Mm-hmm.
he would remember if I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I would have talked to him about it at one point, and I don't mentally remember him or my sister. So I'm gonna go talk to them.
Right.
And then be like, do you remember ever me bringing this up? Do you remember? And
you brought this whole thing up very randomly. Who is this?
Who is what?
Okay. Understood.
No. I'm saying who is what. I'm confused by the question.
Who are you?
I'm Imphy.
Okay. Okay.
Are you talking about who's talking?
Yes.
Oh, that was Steph.
Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it has to do with my kid.
Yeah.
And
Your whole
it's
mannerism changed.
not Waba learning me.
Well, it was a very easy learn. You have a tell. Sorry.
I'm glad you can tell. There's something else you probably should have noticed too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shaking while I'm talking to you.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. The whole time we've been sitting here. That's why I said when I feel safe, you can know, like, you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I don't know. I'm just like low key sus.
not
like,
sus. Why are you sus?
let me explain my susness. I'm sus of your PPT is actually like low key. You're a system of 3, and you're just like all 3 are always in front. I don't know. It would be a very hard sell. It would be like an OSD 1B at best, or what is it, 1C?
If I developed the third, I wouldn't.
Sorry. No, system 2. Sorry. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I thought there was 3. Why did I think there was 3? I don't know.
yeah, I'm like, no, it's 2. It's 2. If there's a third, they just don't talk then. That might be a spirit guide then.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Or
don't mind me. I'm just being sus for the wrong reasons. I don't want to attract fake claimers or anything like that, but it's just like something we discussed before because you use we, and I know it helps to kind of explain like the Garnet and the Ruby Sapphire type dynamic that can happen.
Yeah, no, it's 2. That was definitely, you probably did actually catch the temperament. Like I said, very few can probably catch it, but no, it's only 2 of us in here. Like I said, if it's a third one in here,
I think
I got
it's
space.
I think it's very obvious stuff, and I'll tell you afterwards because I feel like I shouldn't let anyone else in on it, but I can tell you what your tells are.
Yeah, I would like to know. I would like to know if you see it.
Yeah, I'll tell you after stream then. How do you feel right now? Because we're going off on different topics now. Because we were talking about mommy daddy issues, mommy or daddy issues, and daddy or mommy issues. And then you're like, there's this super secret thing that I need to tell my kid. And I'm like, okay. Cool. Proud of you. You should probably do that.
That's mommy daddy issues right there. I'm the mommy and I'm having the issue. And it's involving the daddy.
Infamous, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, other than